The world is in absolute shock tonight. The cameras have stopped rolling, the lights are out. But the echoes of what went down backstage still haven't faded. Because Jim Jones just had an explosive outburst that shook the entire building, and it left Chrissy Lampkin in tears. Witnesses say it was chaos, shouting, doors slamming, security sprinting. And in the middle of it all, Chrissy, the woman who stood by Jim through years of drama, breaking down, crying uncontrollably, saying words no one ever expected to hear. I can't do this anymore. This isn't just gossip. This is heartbreak caught in real time. According to multiple insiders, what went down backstage wasn't a simple argument. It was years of bottled up pain, jealousy, betrayal, and hidden truth exploding all at once. One source close to the couple told reporters, Chrissy looked like her world had just collapsed. Whatever Jim said back there, it cut deep. Social media is melting down as fans scramble for answers. A leaked clip shows Jim pacing violently, shouting at someone off camera, while Chrissy can be seen clutching her face, crying, pleading for him to stop. The sound of her voice, broken, desperate, is now trending everywhere. The hashtag Pray for Chrissy. It's already hit #1 worldwide. But the question everyone's asking is, what pushed Jim Jones to this point? And more importantly, what did Chrissy hear that made her fall apart right there, in front of everyone? Because from what insiders are saying, this wasn't just a meltdown. It was a confession that could destroy everything they've built together. The night started like every other high-profile event in the hip-hop world. Flashing cameras, designer fits, and smiles that hid stories no one dared to tell. Jim Jones had just stepped off the stage after a surprise performance that had fans roaring. But what no one saw coming was what happened once the lights went down. Backstage, the energy shifted. Witnesses say Jim's mood flipped in seconds. He went from laughing with the crew to storming down the hallway, fists clenched, face tight with anger. A few people tried to talk to him. No one could get through. You could feel the tension. One insider whispered, it wasn't just anger, it was pain. Something had just set him off, and he wasn't holding back. Chrissy followed close behind, trying to calm him down. Cameras caught her pleading, her voice low but desperate. Jim, please, not like this, she said, reaching out to grab his arm. But he pulled away, pacing in circles like a man possessed. A leaked clip from a crew member's phone shows the moment everything fell apart. Jim shouting, I'm tired of pretending. I'm done being quiet. People froze. The entire backstage went silent for years. Fans had seen glimpses of tension between the two, small arguments, emotional moments on reality TV, and cryptic posts that hinted things weren't always picture perfect. But no one expected this. One security guard, who later spoke under anonymity, said he'd never seen Jim that angry in his life. He described Jim punching a wall, knocking over equipment, yelling about betrayal, and people smiling in his face but moving dirty behind his back. That's when Chrissy's voice cracked through the noise. Jim, please stop. You're scaring me, she cried out. But the cameras caught something chilling. Jim turning toward her, eyes filled with a mix of rage and heartbreak. He didn't hit her, but the weight of his words hit harder than any blow could have. I found out everything, he said quietly, before shouting, everything, Chrissy. You think I don't know what's been going on behind my back? The room fell dead silent. Even security froze. Chrissy's face went pale. Her hands started shaking. She tried to speak, but her voice cracked. Jim, whatever you think you heard, he cut her off. Don't lie to me now. Don't do that. His voice was low but deadly calm, the kind of calm that makes everyone around too afraid to breathe. That's when tears started rolling down Chrissy's face. She wasn't performing, she wasn't acting, it was raw, real, heartbreaking emotion. Witnesses say she covered her face and whispered something no one could quite hear, before collapsing into one of her friend's arms. Moments later, a loud crash echoed from behind the curtain. Jim had thrown a chair across the room. Crew members rushed in, trying to de-escalate the situation, but Jim kept pacing, muttering things that made everyone uneasy. They all think I'm blind. They all think I'm weak, but I know everything now." Within minutes, the clip leaked. Someone from the event posted a 14-second video online, showing the aftermath: Chrissy in tears, Jim shouting at security, and the sound of chaos all around. It went viral in less than an hour. Twitter erupted. Fans started speculating instantly. Some said it was about money. Others swore it was about loyalty, that someone close to them had betrayed Jim and exposed something he wasn't ready to face. The hashtag Jim and Chrissy shot to the top of the trending list within minutes, with users flooding the timeline with theories, screenshots, and old interviews trying to piece the puzzle together. But the real bomb dropped when a leaked voice note surfaced online. In the clip, allegedly recorded minutes before the argument, you can hear what sounds like Jim's voice saying, "I saw the messages. I heard the calls. Don't play me like I'm stupid." The woman's voice in the background, fans believe it's Chrissy, responds softly, "It wasn't what it looked like." Then the audio cuts. That 5-second clip broke the internet. Fans flooded the comments demanding answers. What messages? Who was she calling? Is this why Jim snapped backstage? Theories spiraled out of control, from secret deals to old flames, to betrayals involving people no one expected. One insider, claiming to be close to the couple, told the Shade Room, Jim found something that changed everything. It wasn't just about cheating. It was about trust, about who's been feeding lies to the blogs and leaking their private business. He feels like everyone's playing him, even the people he loves most. As the video continued to circulate, Chrissy's emotional breakdown became the image of the night. Paparazzi outside the venue caught her being escorted into a black SUV, her makeup smeared, still crying. When asked if she and Jim were okay, she didn't respond. She just whispered, "Please, no more questions," before driving off into the night. Meanwhile, Jim stayed behind. Sources say he refused to leave, demanding to know who had filmed the argument and leaked it online. "I want every phone checked," he yelled at one point, before being pulled aside by his team. According to another witness, Jim later told his manager, "Next time, I won't hold back. I swear I won't." That line, "next time, I won't hold back," sent fans spiraling. Was it a warning? A promise? Or something darker? By midnight, more footage surfaced this time. Security cam clips showing Jim sitting alone backstage, head in his hands. You can hear him muttering, "I gave everything for this. Everything." Moments later, someone approaches, reportedly a fellow artist, trying to console him. Jim looks up and says, "They all laugh when I'm down." But watch what happens next. As fans dissected every second, Chrissy finally broke her silence, but not with words. She posted a single black screen on Instagram with the caption, "I tried." No emojis, no explanations. Just 2 words, and that was enough to send shockwaves through the entire industry. Celebrities started chiming in. Kimbella from Love and Hip Hop commented, "Been there, sis. Stay strong." Yandi posted a cryptic story that said, "Some truths hurt more than lies ever could." And just like that, everyone knew this wasn't just a random fight. This was personal. This was years in the making. But what triggered it all? What did Jim find that made him explode like that? And what secret was Chrissy too afraid to admit? Because according to a newly leaked message from an anonymous account claiming to work inside Jim's camp, he found out something about one of her friends, and the betrayal runs deeper than anyone thinks. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get any messier, another video was about to drop. A video that would flip the entire story upside down and reveal that maybe, just maybe, Jim wasn't the only one who'd been keeping secrets all along. The morning after the explosion, New York woke up to chaos. The city that never sleeps was buzzing with one question. What really happened backstage between Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin? Every gossip site had its version, every influencer had their theory, and every fan was scrambling to connect the dots. But behind all the noise, one truth was becoming clearer by the minute. This wasn't just a fight. This was a fallout years in the making. At 7:45 a.m., TMZ dropped what they called the second angle, A new backstage clip, shot from the corner of the dressing room, showed something the first video didn't. Chrissy on the phone moments before Jim's meltdown. Her voice was calm, even soothing. "No, I'll handle it. He can't find out like this," she said. Seconds later, the door swings open and Jim's voice booms. "Find out what?" Jim's voice booms. "Find out what?" Fans didn't need subtitles. They could feel the panic. Chrissy froze, her phone still in her hand. She quickly ended the call and whispered, "It's not what you think." But Jim's face said it all. He'd already seen enough. Within minutes, that clip went viral. Hashtag #FindOutWhat started trending across Twitter, with fans dissecting every frame like detectives. Some swore Chrissy was hiding something deeper than anyone realized. Others defended her, saying the video was edited to make her look guilty. But then came the leak that silenced everyone. The name of the person on the other end of that phone call, according to a source close to the production. Chrissy wasn't talking to a random friend. She was allegedly on the phone with someone from Jim's own circle. A longtime business associate, someone he trusted, someone who'd been around since the Dipset days. When Jim found out, he lost it, the insider claimed. It wasn't just jealousy, it was betrayal from two sides. By noon, the internet had lost its mind. Fans flooded Jim's Instagram demanding answers. His last post, a photo of him performing with the caption "Family over Fame," became a war zone. Thousands of comments, half defending him, half dragging Chrissy. "She did you dirty, bro," one wrote. "You deserve better." Another replied, "We don't know the truth. Don't crucify her yet. Put behind the screens." The truth was uglier than anyone guessed. An anonymous source claiming to work with Jim's security team leaked a string of texts allegedly between Jim and one of his close friends just hours before the show. The messages read, "Jim, she's been acting strange. If I see him backstage, I'm not holding back. Friend, you sure you want to do this here? Jim, if he's man enough to sneak around, he can face me." That was the spark before the explosion. Reporters caught up with a crew member who described the moments. Right before the cameras started rolling, Chrissy was pacing. She looked nervous. She kept checking her phone. When Jim came back there, it was like a storm had walked in. And then, out of nowhere, a second leak hit the internet, a blurry audio recording uploaded by a mystery Twitter account named @TruthAboutChrisy. The recording allegedly captured Jim yelling, "You think I wouldn't find out about the calls? About the studio meetings?" Followed by Chrissy's voice trembling. "It was business, Jim. Just business." Fans were divided. Some said Chrissy was innocent, caught in a misunderstanding. Others believed she'd crossed a line that couldn't be forgiven. You don't hide phone calls from your man, especially when it's with his people. One viral tweet read, "But just when the internet thought they'd figured it out." The story took a darker turn. A new source came forward, a woman claiming to be in Chrissy's inner circle. She told Hollywood Unlocked that the argument wasn't just about loyalty. It was about exposure. Someone was threatening to leak something big about Chrissy. Jim found out right before his performance. That's why he snapped. When asked what that something big was, she refused to say. But a few hours later, a series of mysterious DMs appeared online. Screenshots allegedly showed someone trying to blackmail Chrissy, threatening to release old footage. She didn't pay up. The messages read, "You think Jim won't find out? I'll make sure he does. You've got 24 hours. That revelation changed everything. Suddenly, the narrative flipped. Fans began asking, was Chrissy really the villain, or was she the target of a setup? Meanwhile, Jim went silent. No posts, no stories, nothing. For a man known to speak his mind, his silence was deafening. That's when rumors started swirling that he'd left New York for Miami to clear his head. But then, late that night, a fan posted a video outside a Miami lounge showing Jim surrounded by his entourage, still visibly tense. When a reporter shouted, "Are you and Chrissy done for good?" Jim stopped, turned to the camera, and said coldly, "Next time, I won't hold back." That clip alone got over 6 million views in under an hour. Chrissy, on the other hand, was nowhere to be seen. Her team reportedly canceled all her appearances for the week, and friends say she's been completely devastated. One friend told the Neighborhood Talk she hasn't stopped crying since it happened. She loves Jim, but she's scared he'll never forgive her. Inside sources say she's been trying to reach him, but all her calls have gone unanswered. He blocked her. Every number, every app, the source revealed. He said he needs space, but everyone knows when Jim says that, it's never good. As the drama deepened, fans began digging up old interviews, moments that now seemed like red flags. In one resurfaced clip from Love and Hip Hop, Jim said, "If I ever find out somebody close betrayed me, I'll never look at them the same." That line went viral again, captioned with, "He meant it." By the second night, tensions reached a boiling point. A mysterious Instagram Live popped up, supposedly from one of Jim's producers, showing a dimly lit studio. You could hear Jim's voice in the background, furious, saying, "Everybody's fake. Everybody plays both sides." Then, faintly, someone replies, "You can't let this destroy you, bro." Fans swarmed the comments, convinced the meltdown was happening in real time. The stream cut off after a few seconds, but that was enough to fuel another wave of chaos. As social media spiraled, celebrities started taking sides. Safari tweeted, "Man, when trust is gone, love means nothing." Young Jock wrote, "Don't ever underestimate the power of hurt pride." Meanwhile, Erica Mena commented under a gossip page, "Sometimes women carry secrets just to protect the man they love." That one comment alone sent fans into detective mode, convinced Erica knew more than she was saying. But the real gut punch came from Chrissy herself, just when fans thought she'd stay silent forever. She reappeared on Instagram Live, eyes red, voice trembling, holding back tears. "I never meant for it to get this far," she said softly. "I didn't betray him. I was trying to fix something before it got worse. But now..." She trailed off, wiping her eyes. "Now, I don't even know if there's anything left to save." The live ended abruptly after only 3 minutes. But the internet didn't sleep. Fans flooded her comments with messages of love, hate, and confusion. Some begged Jim to forgive her. Others accused her of manipulation. One tweet summed it up perfectly. "This isn't just drama anymore. This is heartbreak happening in public." But while Chrissy wept on Live, a new video was already being shared in group chats and private servers. A video that would change everything, allegedly recorded from a hidden camera backstage. It showed a shocking twist. No one expected someone else in the room the entire time. Someone whose presence could rewrite the entire story of what really went down that night. And when fans realized who it was, the internet went silent, because it wasn't just any random face. It was someone Jim trusted more than family, and their secret. It was about to turn this love story into a war. When the new clip dropped, the internet froze. No one blinked. No one scrolled. It was the kind of footage that didn't just break the story, it shattered it completely. The shaky camera angles showed Jim and Chrissy mid-argument backstage, voices echoing off the concrete walls. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't what they said. It was the shadow in the corner. Someone else was there the entire time. Someone watching. Someone recording. And when that person finally stepped into frame, fans lost their minds. It was none other than Juelz Santana, Jim's longtime friend, Dipset brother, and someone who had been like family for over 2 decades. The internet exploded instantly. Within minutes, Juelz was trending across every platform. Fans were screaming, "Wait, was he the one on the phone with Chrissy?" Others demanded answers. Why was Juelz there? Why didn't he stop it? Why was he recording? The footage, only 23 seconds long, showed Juelz standing off to the side, looking tense. At one point, Chrissy turned toward him and whispered, "Please tell him." But before Juelz could say a word, Jim shouted, "Don't speak for her." "You too, huh? You were in on this." Juelz raised his hands, trying to calm him down, but Jim wasn't hearing it. You think I don't know you've been But the biggest shock was still to come. An anonymous YouTube channel posted. What they claimed was a leaked group chat between Chrissy, Juelz, and a few other insiders. In the messages, someone with the initials JS sent a voice note saying, "We just need to protect her before it all comes out. Jim can't find out where it started." Another message followed, "He's already suspicious. Keep him calm until we're ready." That leak blew everything wide open. Fans accused Juelz of helping Chrissy hide something major. But what was it? Some thought it was about money, a failed business deal, stolen royalties, or secret side contracts. Others whispered about something darker, a personal betrayal that went far beyond music. Then, another source stepped forward, a close friend of Jim's who spoke to the Jasmine brand. According to them, Jim discovered that Chrissy and Juelz had been secretly meeting for months, trying to clean up a legal issue involving a property registered in Jim's name. It wasn't romantic, the source said, but it looked bad. They kept it from him because they didn't want him to panic. But when he found out, he felt blindsided, like everyone was scheming behind his back. That single quote changed everything again. Suddenly, fans were divided, half furious at Juelz and Chrissy for keeping secrets, half furious at Jim for not hearing them out. One fan tweeted they were trying to protect him, and he turned it into war. Another wrote, "Nah, if you have to hide something, it's already betrayal." As the truth unraveled online, so did the people at the center of it. Chrissy went completely silent again. Her last post, a black heart, flooded with over 100,000 comments. Some called her manipulative. Others called her a victim. But the photo that broke hearts everywhere came hours later. A paparazzi shot of Chrissy alone outside her building, sitting on the steps in a hoodie, face hidden, phone in her lap. She looked lost. Insiders say she's been begging Jim to talk to her, but he's not responding. He's angry. But it's not just about the situation. One friend told Hollywood Unlocked. He feels betrayed by the people closest to him. He said, "They knew my triggers. They knew what I've been through, and they still played me like that." Meanwhile, Juelz tried to clear his name. He posted a cryptic story. Sometimes silence gets twisted, but real ones know the truth. That did not help. Fans accused him of gaslighting the situation, and within hours, his comments were flooded with snake emojis. Then, in an unexpected twist, another video leaked, this one from an entirely different angle. It showed what happened after the outburst, when security finally separated everyone. Chrissy could be seen sobbing uncontrollably, whispering, "I didn't cheat. I didn't lie. I was trying to help." One of her friends tried to comfort her, saying he'll understand once it's calm. But Chrissy shook her head. "No," she said through tears, "he won't forgive this one. Not this time." The video ended with her collapsing into a chair, whispering, "I lost him." That single line broke the internet. Celebrities began reacting in real time. Yandy Smith posted a prayer hands emoji with the caption, "Sending love and light." Erica Mena wrote, "When a man's heart breaks, it's louder than his anger." Meanwhile, Fat Joe commented on a gossip post saying, "Man, I hope my bro and sis figure this out. Too much history to let it burn." But Jim's silence was the loudest response of all. He hadn't posted in days until he suddenly dropped a black and white photo of himself in the studio, staring down at the mic. The caption read simply, "No love without pain." That post shattered the internet all over again. Over 1 million likes in hours. Thousands of comments. Even Chrissy liked the post, and fans noticed instantly. "She's still holding on," one wrote. "She's not giving up." Then, just when everyone thought it was over, a final twist hit like a lightning strike. A reporter from the Shade Room revealed that Jim and Chrissy had actually been scheduled to appear together on a morning talk show before the brawl canceled everything. And according to the producers, Jim's outburst backstage wasn't spontaneous. It was triggered by a confrontation moments before they went live. When someone slipped a sealed envelope into his hands, inside that envelope, photos, grainy, low-quality images of Chrissy at a late-night restaurant. sitting across from someone who looked suspiciously like Juelz. That was the moment Jim lost it. He confronted her right then, minutes before cameras were set to roll. And the explosion that followed was the one the world saw unfold online. Fans are now calling it the envelope incident. And hashtags like #TheEnvelope, #JimVigsChrissy, and #DIPSET drama are flooding every timeline. But one thing is clear, no one came out of this clean. Chrissy lost her composure, Jim lost his trust, and Juelz lost his silence. Insiders now say Jim's team is trying to convince him to take a break from social media before things get worse. But others claim he's already writing a new diss track, one that might name names. And as for Chrissy, sources say she's planning to leave New York for a while. She needs peace, a close friend said. She said, "I loved him more than myself. And now I don't even recognize who we became." As the dust settles, the internet can't stop asking, can they ever come back from this? Can love survive when loyalty is gone? Because one thing's for sure, the world watched a love story fall apart in real time. And no one's ready to look away. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just another celebrity story. This is the kind of chaos that makes history. What happened between Jim Jones and Chrissy backstage wasn't just a meltdown, it was a warning shot. A message, a moment that could change everything for the Dipset legacy and their entire love story. But here's the thing, this story isn't done yet. What you've just witnessed is only the surface. There are new clips, new insider messages, and unseen footage that fans claim could expose the truth Jim tried to hide all along. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Every second, new leaks are pouring in, new fan theories are spinning out of control. And what happens in the next 24 hours could end careers or save reputations. If you want to be the first to know, if you want to be part of the ones who saw it before it was deleted, then you already know what to do. Smash that like button like you're slamming the truth back in their faces. Hit subscribe right now so you don't miss the next update when everything explodes. And don't just watch Speak. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you, on Chrissy's tears or Jim's fury? Because tonight the internet isn't just watching, it's choosing sides. And when the next leak drops, you'll want to say you were here first before the truth burns everything down. Truth burns everything down.